Hey everybody, it's Captain Kyle and I have the new Legacy Evo Fusion Evolution Prowl from the animated universe. And I'm gonna put him up against Prowl from the animated series. So not the Legacy, the original Prowl, not the one that has all the samurai stuff, but he does have a little traffic light weapon. We're gonna go through them bit by bit, both modes, and have fun. Be right back. All right, so Prowl is a very cool, though different from the original G1 Prowl character in the animated Transformers Animated series, which, you know, had Optimus, it had Bumblebee, Bulkhead, Prowl, and Ratchet. And Prowl, very zen. But they've made something that's a little bit more realistic, a new version for the Legacy because they're bringing Transformers from all the different universes, which is very cool, into it. So we're gonna compare them. And of course, I'm gonna need to get this guy out of his plastic-free packaging, which may or may not be ending as a thing, but we'll see. So we'll get him out. We have instructions. Instructions are good. We have this shitty piece of paper, goes into my trash can. We've got not drugs, but I'm sure some kind of weapons. And of course, there he is in his cardboard prison. Ooh, not nearly as thin looking. I guess he bulked up as the original, but let's pop him out, which because of his handlebars, you can't really not damage the packaging. That's all right, we'll put him over here. Let's take a look at the not drugs. I could use some meth. I imagine these are his throwing stars, and they are indeed. There they are, his throwing stars. And they do expand. So now he does not come with the traffic basher. And just a quick peek side by side, you can see the original is bigger, taller, more svelte, but we're gonna look at this guy first. Just go meditate. So let's take a look at this guy. We can zoom in, there we go. So you can put his throwing stars in his hands, supposedly. Oh, falls out pretty easily, so that's not a good thing. Let's refer to the instructions, see if there's something. Yeah, they're just supposed to go into his hands like this, and then they get thrown off the table. Ah, boy, we're all gonna die. Obviously, I didn't think that through. Now, you can also take his stars and apparently plug them into his legs for weapon storage, in case he wants to, I don't know, grab a traffic light and use that instead. So it's cool weapon storage for both vehicle and robot mode. There he is. He's a pretty cool looking guy, I gotta say. Definitely beefier than the original. But let's check out the posability. Ta-da! Well, if he could not do a Jean-Claude Van Damme, that would be horrendous. So he can, so that's good. Legs can move forward into he can do a crane kick. Wah! They swivel, bends at the knee. He does have a little ball joint on the back of his foot, so it's a bit of an ankle rocker, so he can be in dynamic poses. Oh. He also twists at the waist, so that's a nice thing there. So lots of lower mobility. The arms can go all the way around, bends at the elbow, he swivels there. Leg swivel too, I don't know if I showed that. There we go. So yeah, bends at the elbow on both. The head, of course, does turn. I would be shocked if it did not at this point. And yeah, overall, looking at him, definitely has the Prowl looking face, you know, just like in the animated, just obviously not as thin. Similar design with everything. And on the bottom part of his arms, he has the light bar, just like the original toy, though those could move a little bit. He's got this little ass cover, so if someone tries to kick him in the ass, plop, it's guarding his ass. But yeah, so there he is, a good looking figure, sturdy, stands fine, built-in weapons. Very nice, very nice. I'm liking this guy. You can check out his back view here. His wings kind of can go down if he doesn't want them in the way, but the classic look is to have them up like that. It gives him that nice, sleek, warrior, racer type look. Now his hands, the fingers don't move, but he can probably hold a 5mm weapon. And because of the transformation, they do kind of bend a little bit, so you could bend it. The right hand is obviously set for any type of weapon. The left hand has a much smaller opening, definitely better for holding the star. So, but the hands are not symmetrical. They're slightly different, which is not a horrible thing, but there he is. Bask in the glory of Prowl. Now he's very, very humble, very zen, he meditates, he enjoys the life on Earth, and he gets annoyed at Bumblebee and Bulkhead for making so much goddamn noise. So we're gonna come back to you, check out your robot mode, or your vehicle mode rather, in a moment. Let's take a look at the original Prowl. Now, the original Prowl has got a much thinner head. He does have this extra weapon, which goes into his hand. We're gonna take that out. He also has on his legs throwing stars. And these are actually jointed so that when you open up one, it opens them all up. And you can put them into his hand. But again, not the best. I'm not gonna do a throwing, well, don't throw as easily, but the throwing stars are pretty cool. You can put them in a little bit different configurations, but cool weapon. And I'm gonna plop that back onto his leg, and we're gonna check out, he does have two of them, one on each leg, or tire. And let's check out his posability, which I don't think it's gonna be that much different. All right, first of all, here's the problem though. Because of the ball joints and such, he doesn't really do a toes up, Jean-Claude Van Damme. He can do a split, so that's a little bit disappointing. Kudos to the new one on that. He can do a split like that. He can do a front split. It's kind of awkward looking and looks a little perverted. He does not actually twist at the waist. That's a shame. So yay for modern innovations. But his legs are on ball joints. They kind of swivel out because of that. He can bend at the knee and put a tire in somebody's face. Doesn't really have ankle swivels. His toes move a little bit, so you can put him in some pretty good poses. Ta-da. His arms, of course, go all the way around. They're on ball joints. They also swivel because of those ball joints, and he has a ball joint in his elbow as well, so he can swivel using that as well. And obviously he can bend. Oh, he can kick quite high, by the way. Really high, really far back. I mean, this guy can do major yoga. But the arms are good. He's got the light bars underneath, which actually can kind of swing out almost like additional weapons. He can slap you with his light bar if he wants to. The head does turn though because of his very long chin. It's, you kind of gotta lean it back, but it can move back and forth. Part of the transformation as well. But overall, very posable figure. Not quite as posable as the new one, but he is the classic Prowl with a very thin face who loves birds. Getting him to stand, you know, you just gotta be careful about how you work the feet, but very cool. There's his back view. These wings can't slide down. He kind of has a built-in butt protector with the seat here, so it's more cushion for the tushin, something like that. But a very cool original version of Prowl. And again, putting them side by side, you can see the original is a little bit taller. With his wings, he's slightly more than 6 inches. With the wings on the new one, he's about 5.5 inches, so there is some height difference. So there they are, side by side, brothers from other mothers or other universes. All right, let's do vehicle mode. So there he is as a motorcycle. I have to say the transformation not as intuitive as the animated one. He's got a little kickstand, put that up. He rolls and wipes out. I almost feel like I'm missing something because there's so much of this showing. I could just be putting it together wrong. I mean, it's a cool looking motorcycle. And is his face supposed to like peek out? Be looking at the chest of whoever's riding him. That just sounded wrong. I mean, it's a cool looking motorcycle. Definitely a beefier version of the bike. Very similar in some respects to the original as far as how the legs transform, but definitely, again, not as intuitive. I'm not sure if everything looks pretty much right, and the wheels seem to move well enough. You can see his weapons on alternate sides. It's got handlebars, which is cool. Light bar in the back, very similar to the original. I mean, not a bad motorcycle. Vroom, vroom. There we go. Nice detail on it. Autobot symbol in the front. Gas cap here. A little peg for I don't know what. It just seems like if you're riding along on this thing, you don't want to hit any bumps, because if you do, you're gonna fuck up something underneath. All right, let's take a look at the robot mode for the original. So there's the original. I think I haven't transformed right. I transformed the other day and now it's like, what the heck? But a fine motorcycle. He's also got a kickstand so he can stand in vehicle mode. Wheels roll well enough, but again, no one's steering the thing, so it's gonna just fall over unless you hold it while you roll it. Light bar on the back, Autobot symbol in front. Looks very similar actually. And because of the black instead of the showing it looks a little bit more realistic, I'm thinking. And you can kind of turn the wheel, which is kind of neat. Side by side, you can see they're about the same size. They're actually both about 5 inches. The nice thing about the original is you don't have the creepy, I don't know if I was supposed to turn his head that way, but the instructions seem to show it, but it's kind of creepy, him peeking and looking behind him. So 2 very cool motorcycles, very similar color schemes, obviously. No gold plastic syndrome. Light bars a little bit bigger on the original. And as an actual motorcycle, I mean, yes, the robot mode on the Legacy looks more like in keeping with a lot of the stuff out there. But the motorcycle mode is fine. It looks pretty much the same. He's got a little gas cap here. The handlebars, I thought he had handlebars that came out, but I'm not seeing them. I could be wrong. I could have just folded them away and some way they never are gonna come out again. Obviously, the original comes with its additional weapon, which there is no weapon storage in his vehicle mode. So he just has to summon us out of subspace when he needs it. But 2 nice looking motorcycles. This one stands without the kickstand down, but come on, you little mother. Yeah, the original actually needs the kickstand to stand. This one, it's just kind of an extra piece, but they're both good looking motorcycles. I know some people are complaining about all the motorcycles, especially when they're all, you know, female Autobots and such, or Decepticons, or Shattered Glass stuff. But this is a cool male identifying Transformer. And yeah, that just fell over, just like that. I mean, I'm certainly glad that the new one is out because, well, my girlfriend likes Prowl and wasn't gonna give her original or get her one because that's pretty expensive. But they both look cool as motorcycles. This one has the handlebars out. Again, I'm not seeing the handlebars. It looks like there should be some, but maybe I messed up. I don't know. They're hidden away somewhere, and I'm not gonna redo it because my editor will get mad at me. But there you go. Legacy Evolution Prowl, original Transformers Animated Prowl. This should still be available at retail. I will put some links down in the description so you can find him. This one you're gonna have to look on eBay. I don't think he's as expensive as the Samurai version, but you know, you're gonna be paying a little bit extra, you know, since you didn't get it originally. But you know, that was like 2007, so you might not have been into collecting back then, or you may have been taking a break, or, you know. But I gotta say, the Transformers animated show was fun, you know, interesting animation style. I enjoyed it. And Megatron was an excellent villain who really didn't give a shit about Optimus Prime. And it's weird how Primes were like a lesser rank than a Magnus. Different strokes, different folks. But there you go, while you're mulling over which of these is better. And let me know which one you think is better in the comments below. You're getting sleepy. No, I'm not gonna try to hypnotize you. Yeah, let me know which one you think is better. And while you're debating which one of these or both of these that you're gonna get, you can check out this video over here, which is some Transformers animated knockoffs, which are very cool. Check those out. We'll see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.